Because we're short of time, I'm just going to go straight to this message that we've got from Bishop Declan Lang, who's the Catholic Bishop of Clifton, who sadly can't be here today, but he does ask us to convey a message on his behalf. And he says, "I want to join with many others across the world in remembering and paying tribute to Shahbaz Bhatti. He was killed because he rejected hatred and violence and instead embraced the gospel values of reconciliation and fidelity to truth. In his work as Minister for Minorities, Shahbaz Bhatti had a vision for a more tolerant society formed by his own faith. His heroic witness serves as an inspiration and as a challenge to us all." So very many thanks to Bishop Declan Lang for those words that go right to the heart of why it is that we're here today to remember Shahbaz Bhatti. So here are some words that Aid to the Church in Need take very seriously. They are being tested in faith. We are being tested in love. These are the words of the founder of Aid to the Church in Need, Father Varenfried van Straten. For those of you who don't know what Aid to the Church in Need is, it is a Catholic charity that supports persecuted and suffering Christians around the world in 140 or more countries. And our job is to go out to see some of these countries for ourselves and to help those who are persecuted. And it's with that intention that I myself went to Pakistan and had the good fortune to meet Shahbaz Bhatti. We travelled with him up north of Rawalpindi up into the Kashmir region. And as we travelled, we had the privilege of about 2 or 3 hours with him, and he explained the real motivation behind his work. He had yet to become the Federal Minister for Minorities, but you could see what it was that he was working for. And of all the qualities that he undoubtedly had, and we can list many of them, the one quality that really stood out when I met him that time was his faith. And his faith was something that really shone out of him. It was really imbued deep within him. And he showed that his faith was not just a cause worth fighting for. He showed that his Christian faith was a cause worth dying for. And I think that really is why we're here today, isn't it? To really realise that this faith of ours is the difference between life and death. And I'd like to quote from Pope Benedict XVI, who himself met Shahbaz Bhatti in 2010, and who this year paid tribute to Shahbaz Bhatti's untiring battle for the rights of minorities. That's how he described it. So, in keeping the torch of freedom, religious freedom alight, we not only take up the cause Shahbaz made his own, we also go to the heart of what it means to be human. For as Pope Benedict said in that same speech, religious freedom is the first of human rights, since it expresses the most fundamental reality of what it means to be a human being. So with that, thank you, and a huge thank you to Wilson.